Hello folks, now in the news over the last couple of days I've been reading quite a lot about Tesla's share price dropping because for Q1 of 2024 their sales were down by 9%, and obviously a lot of stories spin this as it's EVs are not catching on, Tesla are going down the toilet, people are realizing that blah blah, any way you want to spin it in a negative way seems to be out there already. And what I think that all those stories are actually missing are the bare bones of it. Let's face it, in previous years Tesla had a huge waiting list. You know, if you tried to get a Model Y during the pandemic, it was extremely problematic. You would wait a long time, people were paying over the odds to get hold of one. They've now all been served, and it's the biggest selling car in the world. You know, so the Tesla Model Y has done very well. At the moment, there's lots of rumour that obviously the new Model Y is about to come out, the facelifted version. And I thought this was an ideal time to make this video, really, because I'm in the facelifted Model 3. And if you haven't already seen my review of this facelifted Model 3, I'll put a link to it at the end of this video. But in short, it's got more range, it looks a bit nicer, and people are probably waiting to order their Model Y now just to get the new one. Simple as that. Why order a car now that you know is about to be phased out? Obviously some people will do that and pick up a little bit of a bargain because there are deals around on them right now, but other people want to have the latest thing, so they'll just literally wait and order the new one. The other factor, which I think is by far the biggest factor in all of this, is the used market. The fact that you can now, if you're someone that wants to get yourself into an EV, you can go and pick up a used EV for a fraction of the cost of a new one. Lots of people are doing that. And of course some of these incredible lease deals we've seen. You can't tell me that Tesla haven't lost out to some of those deals that came towards the end of last year and the start of this year. People that possibly were going to get themselves in a Model Y have instead ordered an 𝑖D.Buzz because they could lease it for 300 quid a month before Christmas or 400 quid a month before Christmas. And you know, this side of Christmas even, there have been some incredible deals around on EVs in the leasing market, and some of those deals will surely have taken people away from Tesla. Now of course Tesla themselves have had good deals on the Model Y, but the deals in comparison to some of the things we've looked at out there seem alright, ordinary, not mind-blowing as some of the others we've seen. So as always, there are different ways to spin this. If you look at the bare facts, Tesla have sold fewer cars than they did this time last year. And you could say, oh, it's the end, it's terrible. Or you could look at it and say, well, there's loads more competition now. There's an amazing used market. There's a fantastic leasing market, and companies that are vying to just meet that zero emissions mandate standard are having to drop their drawers on price. And that means fewer customers for Tesla, really. Is that good news if you're a shareholder? No, because more competition and others having to sharpen their pencils to keep up with you means that that's probably a trend that's going to continue. You know, Tesla probably won't sell as many cars this year as they did last year, simply for that reason. Although the facelifted Model 3 and the facelifted Model Y might help that out. Now the other thing is that Tesla have got the Model 2, well, what we assume is going to be the Model 2 on the way soon-ish. I don't know if we'll hear about it this year, but certainly if we haven't heard about it by the end of next year, I'll be surprised. And that looks like it could be a bit of a game changer, and I think there are a number of people now waiting to see what happens there. But do I think Tesla are going away? Do I think Tesla are struggling because they haven't sold as many cars as they did last year? No, I think it's just a sign of the times. If you'd have asked me in December, do I think Tesla will sell as many cars in Q1 of 2024 as they did in Q1 of 2023? I'd say no, because surely anyone with any amount of common sense could see that that was going to happen. No? So I'm sure you'll see plenty of shouty videos about this means Tesla are going down the pan, and this means nobody wants an EV and is ever going to buy one again, and all that sort of stuff. Just listen to a little bit of reason. Obviously it gets clicks, obviously it makes easy headlines if people slag off what is a popular item, but if you just apply a tiny bit of common sense, hopefully you can read between those lines a little bit. This new Model 3, by the way, is absolutely awesome. I'm completely falling in love with it the more time I spend with it. I said in my review video, but I think this is probably, as a package, the best all-round electric car at the moment. That doesn't mean it's necessarily the best one to drive, the best one for this, the best one for that, but it's really fantastically good at everything it does. And considering the fact that you can get one of these for 40 grand, I mean, look at it as a value proposition. You might be able to get a better car for 80 grand, for 90 grand, for 100 grand. I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced of that statement. But this is so close to the top in pretty much every metric you can look at. And it costs 40 grand. And that to me means it's, at the moment, the best electric car that money can buy, or lease. Speaking of which, if you want to buy one of these, I'm going to put my link to Tesla, my referral link, in the video description and pin it as the top comment. And that means if you decide to go and test drive one of these, Tesla test drives, by the way, are brilliant, so they don't have salespeople, so there's no pressure. You literally turn up, take the car, take it back, and they say, "Hope you enjoyed it, goodbye." If you want to do that, if you want to buy one, if you want to do anything like that, use that link. You'll get something for free. That changes all the time, so I can't tell you what that is right now. It might be free charging miles, could be anything, might even be money off the car. And I get some points that I can use to get free charging miles with, so that helps everyone out. So click that if you want to book a test drive or indeed buy a car. And if you'd rather look at leasing one, my link to Lease Loco's in the video description. That will take you directly to the Model 3 search, and you'll see all the best lease deals live at the time you click that button. So there you go, all helps the channel out, helps me to make videos like this, which I hope don't come across as just a complete Tesla fanboy kind of thing, because I'm not. You know, I got a Model Y for myself and my family because it ticked the most boxes as a family car for us, and with my financial position, getting an electric car just suited, really. Having said that, I really like Tesla when they make good cars. If Tesla release a pup, I'll be the first one to tell you that it's a pup, because if I'm not honest in these videos, no one will watch them, and that would be a bad thing. Thanks for watching this one, folks. Please give the video a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm stark raving mad, or do you agree with me that some of these stories out there about Tesla going to the dogs because they've sold fewer cars this year are a bit of a nonsense and seem to be missing the point that the market has changed in quite a big way? Catch you on the next one. See you soon.